Every revolution needs a heartbeat no one notices until it's too loud to ignore. For 30 years, one man built that heartbeat, and the world called it a toy. Then one morning, the world woke up, and the toy had become the most important machine on Earth. This is the story of Jensen Huang and the 30-year bet that changed the world. Tainan, Taiwan, 1963. A boy is born into a country still rebuilding itself from war. His parents dreamed of America, so they sent 9-year-old Jensen and his brother ahead, alone. They landed not in a city of promise, but at a reform school in rural Kentucky, meant for troubled boys. He barely spoke English. His roommate had a switchblade and knife scars. Jensen's daily job: cleaning the toilets. He learned something there most children never learn: that dignity isn't given, it's built, one hard task at a time. Years later, as a teenager, he waited tables at a Denny's, carrying plates before he ever carried a title. He studied electrical engineering at Oregon State, the quiet kid who was always the fastest to finish an exam. He went to work for AMD, then LSI Logic, learning the guts of every chip he touched, patiently, without complaint. Colleagues remember a young engineer who never raised his voice, and never once seemed satisfied. In 1993, in that very same Denny's booth, 30-year-old Jensen Huang and 2 friends founded a company. They called it Nvidia. They had no customers, no product, and $40,000 between them. Just one belief: that graphics would matter.
No one, not even Jensen, knew what they had really started.
Their first product was a disaster. It followed the wrong industry standard. It nearly killed the company before it began. He laid off half his staff. He gambled the company's last money on one final chip. It had to work. That chip worked. Gamers noticed. Slowly, a niche little world of PC gaming became Nvidia's entire kingdom. For a decade, Nvidia built the sharpest graphics chips in the world, and Wall Street still called it a niche business. In 2006, he made a bet almost no one understood: a new way to program these chips, called CUDA. Wall Street punished him for it. Billions spent on an idea gamers didn't need, and scientists hadn't discovered yet. For nearly a decade, Nvidia's stock went almost nowhere. Employees joke that Jensen never once lost faith in the wait. Then, quietly, scientists studying artificial intelligence discovered something. Those same gaming chips could teach machines to learn. The architecture built for rendering explosions in video games was, by accident, the perfect mind for machine learning. First came the crypto miners, buying every chip they could find. Then came the crash, and Nvidia was punished again. In 2018, the stock collapsed by half. Analysts wrote his obituary. Jensen Huang simply went back to work. Because he believed something almost no one else did: that intelligence itself would one day need a home to run inside. In November 2022, a chatbot called ChatGPT was released to the world, and it needed millions of his chips to think. 30 years of patience were about to be repaid, all at once, and faster than even he could have imagined. But every bet this large carries a shadow, and the shadow was only beginning to stretch. As his chips became the most desired thing on Earth, so did the accusations. Rivals called it a monopoly. Governments called it a threat. He walked onto stages in his black leather jacket, once an unknown engineer, now treated like a rock star of silicon. Every company racing to build artificial intelligence needed his chips. Nations began treating semiconductors as more precious than oil. Presidents and prime ministers called him personally, begging for allocation. A man who once cleaned toilets now held nations' futures. In June 2024, Nvidia briefly became the most valuable company on Earth, worth more than Google, more than Amazon. Fans lined up for hours just to have him sign their jackets, an engineer transformed, almost against his will, into a legend. But success this large carried its own weight. Chip shortages meant broken promises. Rivals accused him of building a monopoly. Export bans, trade wars, and security fears turned his chips into instruments of geopolitics he never asked to hold. Friends say he still remembers the boy who scrubbed toilets in Kentucky. They say that memory is the reason he never seems satisfied. He still works the same long hours. He still holds the same handwritten notes. 30 years did not soften his hunger. It sharpened it. Today, his chips fold proteins to fight cancer, predict storms before they form, and teach machines to see the way we see. The chip built for a video game now quietly powers the closest thing humanity has ever built to another mind. 30 years of no. And then, all at once, a yes so large it changed the shape of the future. He tells young engineers something surprising, that he hopes they suffer, that resilience, not talent, decides who lasts. That same booth still stands. He returned sometimes, they say, to remember the place where nothing was guaranteed. His parents, who once sent 2 frightened boys across an ocean alone, lived to see their son reshape the modern world. Somewhere tonight, a child is learning from a machine that thinks a little faster because of a bet made in a diner booth. He says he is not finished. 30 years taught him that the wait is never truly over. Only the next one begins. The boy who cleaned toilets built the mind of a new age. History is still deciding what to call him for it.
Every week on this channel, we break down one decision that changed the world and one lesson you can use today. Subscribe so you never miss the next one.